So if 11C1 upon 2 plus 11C2 upon 3 and so on up to 11C9 upon 10 is equal to n upon m, with GCD of n comma m is 1, that is greatest common divisor of n and m is 1, then find the value of n plus m. So here we will try to use the concept NCR is equal to n upon r into n minus 1 c r minus 1 is one of the properties in binomial coefficients. So we can write here, consider 11c1 upon 2 plus 11c3, 11c2 upon 3 and so on up to 11c9 upon 10. So here let us consider n minus 1 is equal to 11, so n is equal to 12. So let us multiply and divide with 12. 1 upon 12 times of 12 by 2, 11c1, 12 by 3, 11c2 and so on 12 by 10, 11c9. And this can also be written 1 upon 12 times of 12 upon 2, it's just like n upon r, 12 minus 1 c 2 minus 1 plus again 12 upon 3 just like n upon r, 12 minus 1 c 3 minus 1 and so on 12 upon 10 into 12 minus 1 c 10 minus 1, which is equal to 1 upon 12 times of. So let us use this formula. NCR is equal to n upon r, n minus 1 c r minus 1. So 12 upon 2 into 12 minus 1 c r minus 1, we can write it as 12 c 2. Similarly, the next one we can write 12 upon 3 into 12 minus 1 into 3 minus 1, we can write 12 c 3 and so on. 12 upon 10 into 12 minus 1 c 10 minus 1, we can write it as 12 c 10. So which is equal to 1 upon 12 times of, and here the missing numbers are 12c1 and 12c0 and here 12c11 and 12c12. So let us add. So 12c0 plus 12c1 plus 12c2 and so on up to 12c10 and again plus 12c11 plus 12c12, adding and again subtracting them. So minus 12c0 minus 12c1 minus 12c11 minus 12c12, and we know that nc0 plus nc1 and so on up to ncn is equal to sum of the binomial coefficients is 2 power n. So here we can write 1 upon 12 times 12c0 plus 12c1 plus 12c2 and so on up to 12c12. We can write this as a 2 to the power 12 and again minus, and we are subtracting the number here 12c0 12c1 minus 12c11 minus 12c12. So which is equal to minus of 12c0 is 1, so minus taken common, so it is plus. So 12c1 value is 12 and similar 12c11 is same as the 12c1 because we know that NCR is equal to NC n minus R, both are same, and 12c or NC1, so we can also remember NC0 is equal to 1, which is equal to NCN, and NC1 is equal to N, which is equal to NC n minus 1. So we can write here 12C0 is 1, 12C1 is 12, 12C11 is same as 12C1, that is 12, and 12C12 is 1. So 1 upon 12 times of 2 to the power 12 minus 13, 13, 26. So 1 upon 12 times 2 power 12 is, we can write 4096 minus 26, which is 1 upon 12 times 4070. Or we can also write 2035 divided by 6. And since it is given GCD of n and m is 1, so we can consider, since 2035 and 6 the GCD is 1, so we can consider this is n and this is m. So the value of n plus m is equal to 2035 plus 6, which is equal to 2041. So 2041 is the answer. So we can write 2041 is the answer. All the letters of the word G20 are written in all possible ways with or without meaning, and these words are written as in a dictionary. Then the serial number of the word G20 is. So here simply asking question, rank of the word. So here the word G20. So let him write G T W E N T Y. Let's use a shortcut method. Let's position the letters according to the alphabetical order. So we can say E comes first, and then G 2, and then N 3, and then T 4. Here two letters are repeated, T, and then W 5, and last Y 6. And now let us start from the left side here. Below G you write less than 2. To the right side of these numbers, how many numbers are there? We need to count. There is only one number, so we can write here 1. And also to the right side of this G, to the right side of this letter, there are two numbers, two letters which are repeating. We can say T is repeated 2 times. So for repeated letters, we should divide with 2 factorial. And coming to the next one, we should go to the right side. Next letter is T. Below 4, there are, we can see that 1, 3. There are two numbers are there. So we can write 2 divided by, and including this T, to the right side of T, there are two letters which are repeated here, T and T. So we must write 2 factorial here also. And then next letter comes W. The position is 5. Less than 5. Less than 5. There are, we can say 1, 3, 4. Three numbers are there. So we can write 3 divided by, and here including this W, there is no repeated letters to the right side, because already the left side is completed. We should not see left side, only right side. Only one T is there, so we can add only 1. And coming to the next one, 1. Below 1 there are no numbers, so we can say, we can write 0. And again next letter, the number is 3. Below 3 there are no numbers, so we can add 0. And below 4 there are no numbers, 0. And below 6, the left side no other numbers are there, so write 0. Now start taking from the right side, from 0 factorial, 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial, and then 6 factorial. And let's multiply respectively. So we'll get 1 by 2 factorial into 6 factorial, that is 6 factorial into 1 by 2 factorial, plus 2 by 2 factorial, 5 factorial into 2 by 2 factorial, and again add next number, 3 by 1 factorial, that is 3 into 4 factorial. Next again 0 into 3 factorial 0, 0 into 2 factorial 0, 0 into 1 factorial 0, and 0 into 0 factorial 0. So respectively I just multiplied, so that we will be getting 6 factorial is 720 divided by 2, which is 360. And 2 factorial upon 2 upon 2 factorial is 1. 1 into 5 factorial is 120. And 4 factorial is 24. 3s are 72 plus 0. So we can say that 360 plus 120, 480 plus 72 is 553. And here we can say that before G20 there are 553 words are there. 553 words before G20. Then G20 the rank is will be, so we can say rank will be 553 plus 1 you should add, that is 554. So 554 is the answer. A line with the direction ratios 2 comma 1 comma 2 meets the lines x is equal to y plus 2 is equal to z, and another line x plus 2 is equal to 2y is equal to 2z at the points P and Q respectively. And if the length of the perpendicular from the point 1 comma 2 comma 12, from the point let us consider 1 comma 12, 2 comma 12, say this is R, upon the line say this is M, is L units, then what is the square of L? So the given line equation, first line equation, x is equal to y plus 2 is equal to z, which can be taken as x minus 0 upon 1 is equal to y plus 2 upon 1 is equal to z minus 0 upon 1. Let us consider to be is equal to some lambda, so that x is equal to lambda, y is equal to lambda minus 2, and z is equal to lambda. And now another line, so any point, we can say that any point on the first line can be taken as lambda comma lambda minus 2 comma lambda. Let us consider to be this point P. And now from the second line, x plus 2 is equal to 2y is equal to 2z. We can express it as x plus 2 upon 1 is equal to y minus 0 upon 1 upon 2 is equal to z minus 0 upon 1 upon 2. Let us consider 2b is equal to mu, so that x coordinate we can write mu minus 2, y coordinate we can write mu by 2, and z coordinate we can write mu by 2. So any point on this line, we can write any point on this line can be taken as, say let us q is the point, mu minus 2 comma mu upon 2 comma mu upon 2. So we got the points P and Q in terms of lambda and mu. So the line passing through the points P and Q, general point we can consider lambda comma lambda minus 2 comma lambda, and point Q we can take mu minus 2 comma mu upon 2 comma mu upon 2, and the line which is drawn perpendicular from the point, this is 1 comma 2 comma 2 12, and given here direction ratios of line say PQ are 2 comma 1 comma 2, so that we can write direction ratios of any line joining 2 points is the difference between the coordinates x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. So we can write here lambda minus of mu minus 2 upon 2 is equal to lambda minus 2 minus mu upon 2 divided by 1 lambda minus mu upon 2 divided by 2. So that is lambda minus mu plus 2 upon 2 is equal to, here we can write 2 lambda minus 4 minus mu upon 2 is equal to 2 lambda minus mu upon 4. Now comparing and equating this both, so we can write 2 lambda minus 4 minus mu is equal to lambda minus mu plus 2 upon 2 gets cancelled. So we can write lambda is equal to, and even minus mu also get cancelled. So 2 lambda minus lambda, that is lambda is equal to 6. So we got lambda is equal to 6 here, and similarly simplifying the later two equations, we will get 2 lambda minus 4 minus mu upon 2 is equal to 2 lambda minus mu upon 4. So we can write here 2 times. So 4 lambda minus 8 minus 2 mu is equal to 2 lambda minus mu, or we can also write 2 lambda minus 8 is equal to 2 mu minus mu, that is mu, and lambda value is 6. We can write 2 into 6 12, 12 minus 8 which is equal to mu. So we can say that mu value is 4. So lambda is equal to 6 and mu is equal to 4. So we get the points here. This point P can be taken as 6 comma 6 minus 2 4 comma 6, and point Q can be taken as mu minus 2, that is 4 minus 2 2 comma 4 upon 2 is 2 and 4 upon 2 is 2. So the point 6 comma 4 comma 6 and point Q is 2 comma 2 comma 2. So now the points, we can say the point P 6 comma 4 comma 6 and point Q 2 comma 2 comma 2 and point R is 1 comma 2 comma 12. Let us find the equation of PQ. Equation of a line passing through two different points can be taken as x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. So here we can write equation of PQ line as x minus 6 upon 2 minus 6, or we can write x minus 2. Let us consider this is x1 y1 z1, and here it is x2 y2 z2. So x minus 2 upon x2 minus x1, that is 6 minus 2 4, y minus y upon y2 minus y1, that is 4 minus 2 2, z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1, that is 4. So which can also be written x minus 2 upon 2 is equal to y minus 2 upon 1 is equal to z minus 2 upon 2. And let us consider is equal to k to get the general point M. So any point on the line PQ can be taken as M is 2k plus 2 and y coordinate from k plus 2 and z coordinate we can write 2k plus 2. So this is the point M, and the direction ratios of line joining M and R can be taken as 2k plus 2 minus 1. So that is 2k plus 2 minus 1 comma k plus 2 minus 2 comma 2k plus 2 minus 12. So which in turns we can write 2k plus 1 comma k comma 2k minus 10. So these are the direction ratios of line joining M and R, and now we know that this is the perpendicular to the PQ. Since MR is perpendicular to PQ, so we can write the direction ratios of PQ as the direction ratios of PQ are 1, 2 and 12. Sorry, 2 and 2. So 2 comma 1, 2 comma 1 comma 2, that is 2 times of 2k plus 1 plus 1 times of k plus 2 times of 2k minus 10 is equal to 0. Since two lines are perpendicular, we have the condition a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0, where a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of two perpendicular lines. So which on simplifying we'll get 4k plus 2 plus 1k plus 4k minus 20 is equal to 0, that is 5k plus 4k, that is 9k, and again here minus 18 is equal to 0, which implies k is equal to 2. So the value of k is 2. So we can write the point M as, the point M can be taken as 2 into 2 plus 2, that is 4 plus 2 6, and the value of k plus 2 is 2 plus 2 4, and 2k plus 2 is again 6. Now the length MR is equal to, we can write under root of R is a point 1 comma 2 comma 12, so 6 minus 1, that is 5 square, and 4 minus 2, that is 2 square, and 6 minus 12, that is minus 6 whole square, which is equal to root of 25 plus 4 plus 36. So under root of 25 plus 4 or 36 plus 4, 40 plus 25, 65, which is L given. So therefore L square is equal to 65. So we can conclude the answer is 65. Let alpha comma beta be the roots of the equation. X square minus x plus 2 is equal to 0, with imaginary of alpha is greater than imaginary of beta. Then alpha power 6 plus alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 minus 5 alpha square value is. Since alpha and beta are the roots, so we can write sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus of b by a, that is minus of minus 1 divided by 1, which is 1, and product of the roots, we can say product of the roots is equal to c by a, that is 2 upon 1, which is 2. And also since alpha is a root, so we can write alpha square minus alpha plus 2 is equal to 0, which implies alpha square is equal to alpha minus 2. Similarly, beta is also root, so we can write beta square is equal to beta minus 2. Now let's consider alpha power 6, or first let us do it alpha square and we write in sequence. Alpha square is equal to alpha minus 2. Alpha power 4 is equal to alpha square into alpha square, that is alpha minus 2 whole square, that is alpha square minus 4 alpha plus 4. Again alpha square we can substitute here, alpha minus 2 minus 4 alpha plus 4, which is equal to 1 minus 4, that is negative 3 alpha, and minus 2 plus 4 is plus 2. So minus 3 alpha plus 2 is a alpha power 4 value. Alpha square value is alpha minus 2, and now consider alpha power 6, which is equal to alpha square into alpha power 4. So alpha square value is alpha minus 2 into alpha power 4 is minus 3 alpha plus 2. So which is equal to minus 3 alpha square, and here it comes 6 alpha plus 2 alpha and again minus 4. So which is equal to minus 3 alpha square minus 3 alpha square and again plus 8 alpha minus 4. Now again alpha square substituting here, minus 3 times of alpha minus 2 plus 8 alpha minus 4, which is equal to minus 3 alpha plus 8 alpha is 5 alpha, and here it is a 6 minus 4 is plus 2. So 6 minus 4 plus 2 we can write. So alpha power 6 value is 5 alpha plus 2, and remaining 5 beta power 4. Beta power 4 also similarly to the alpha power 4, since both are roots for this equation. So we can say 3 minus 3 beta plus 2. So now consider alpha power 6 plus alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 minus 5 times alpha square, which is equal to alpha power 6 value is 5 alpha plus 2 and alpha power 4 value is minus 3 alpha plus 2 and beta power 4 value is minus 3 beta plus 2 and minus 5 times of alpha square value is alpha minus 2. So we can write 5 alpha plus 2 minus 3 alpha plus 2 minus 3 beta plus 2 minus 5 alpha plus 10. So simplifying, 5 alpha and 5 alpha gets cancelled here. So we have minus 3 times alpha and again minus 3 times of beta and again 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 8, 8 plus 10 is 18. So minus 3 times of alpha plus beta plus 18, that is minus 3 into alpha plus beta value is 1. So we can add 1 plus 18. So 18 minus 3 is 15. So we can say the answer is, and sorry here 2 up plus 2 plus 2, that is 6 plus 10 16 here, not 18. So please mark this is 16. So 16 minus 3 is 13. So we can go with an answer 13. So alpha power 6 plus alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 minus 5 alpha square value is 13. If the points of intersection of two distinct conics x square plus y square is equal to 4b and x square upon 16 plus y square upon b square is equal to 1 lie on the curve y square is equal to 3x square, then 3 root 3 times the area of the rectangle formed by the intersection points. So here x square plus y square is equal to 4b is a circle with the center is origin and the radius can be taken as a 2 root b. And the next part we can say x square upon 16, that is 4 square plus y square upon b square is an ellipse and whose vertices can be taken as plus or minus 4 comma 0 and 0 comma plus or minus b. And the next one, it is given a parabola open towards the positive direction of x-axis. So let us see the diagram. First there is a circle. A circle x square plus y square is equal to 4b and there is an ellipse It's an ellipse. Let us assume that diagram is not clear. And now the curve y square is equal to 3x square, which is a parabola open towards the positive direction of x-axis. We can say the curve can be taken. It's passing through the points of intersection of these two. Means all the three curves are passing through the same point. There is a 2 point of intersections here. Let us consider this is A and this is B. So let us substitute or put y square is equal to 3x square in both the equations, so that we'll get x square plus 3x square is equal to 4b, that is 4x square is equal to 4b. So x square is equal to, we can write b. And the next part, substituting here, x square upon 16 plus y square, that is 3x square upon b square is equal to 1. So we can write here when x square is equal to b, so b upon 16 plus 3b upon b square is equal to 1. So we can simplify and write here b to the power of 3 plus 16 3s are 48b upon 16b square is equal to 1. Or we can write b to the power of 3 plus 48b, or we can take b common, b taken common, b square plus 48 divided by 16 times of b into b is equal to 1. So we will get, so b and b gets cancelled. Some simplification we get here b square plus 48 is equal to 16 times of b, or b square minus 16b plus 48 is equal to 0. So factorizing b square minus 16b plus 48 is equal to 0, we can write b square minus 12 4s are 48, so minus 12b minus 4b plus 48 is equal to 0. So b taken common, b minus 12 minus 4 taken common, b minus 12 is equal to 0. So b minus 4 into b minus 12 is equal to 0. So we may get b is equal to 4 or b is equal to 12. But when b is equal to 4, when b is equal to 4, we can say x square plus y square is equal to 4 into 4 16. And also the second equation, ellipse equation, x square upon 16 plus y square upon 16 is equal to 1, which implies that x square plus y square is equal to 16. Both are coinciding. But it is mentioned that the point of intersection of two distinct conics, they are two different conics, so we are not supposed to consider b. So b cannot be equal to 4. So b cannot be equal to 4, then b can be equal to only 12. So when b is equal to 12, so we can say x square plus y square is equal to 4 into 12, that is 48. And here y square is equal to 3x square. So we can write x square plus 3x square is equal to 48. That is 4x square is equal to 48, or x square is equal to 12. So x is equal to plus or minus root 12. When x is equal to plus or minus root 12, and we can substitute in here, y square is equal to 3 into 12, that is 36. So we can write y square is equal to 36, so y is equal to plus or minus 6. Hence the points of intersection, we can write plus or minus root 12 comma plus or minus 6. So here there are 4 points we will be getting. 4 vertices we may get for rectangle, like 12 root 12 comma 6, root 12 comma minus 6, minus root 12 comma 6, minus root 12 comma minus 6, so that the length of the rectangle can be taken. So here it is 2 root 12, and here the width can be taken as 12 units. So area of the rectangle is equal to length into breadth, that is 12 into 2 root 12, that is 24 times root 12. But the question is about 3 root 3 times the area of the rectangle. So we can say the required answer is equal to 3 root 3 into 24 root 12. Root 12 we can write it as 2 root 3. So root 3 into root 3 is 3, 3 2s are 6, 6 3s are 18. So we can say the answer is 3 root 3 into 2 root 3, 6 3s are 18, 18 into 24. So 24 18s are, we can say, 432. So the answer for this question is 432. The area in square units of the part of the circle x square plus y square is equal to 169, which is below the line 5x minus y is equal to 13, is given as pi alpha upon 2 beta minus 65 upon 2 plus alpha upon beta sine inverse of 12 by 13. So we can see that a circle, it's in a standard form whose center is origin 0 comma 0 and the radius is 13. So it is in the form x square plus y square is equal to r square. So the radius is 13 units. So this point is 13 comma 0. And now the line 5x minus y is equal to 13, or we can write 5x upon 13 minus y upon 13, or y upon minus 13 is equal to 1. So we can say x upon 13 by 5 plus y upon minus 13 is equal to 1. X intercept is 13 upon 5, which is almost around between 2 and 3, and y intercept is given minus 13. So we can say the line is passing so this is how the line is passing. 5x minus y is equal to 13, and it is given that the area which is below the line is given. So we can consider that the shaded region. So here is area we can consider. So which is so we need to find the point of intersection of these two, a circle and a straight line. Let us substitute from the line equation 5x minus y is equal to 13. So y is equal to 5x minus 13. Let us substitute this in the circle equation. X square plus y square is equal to 169. That is x square plus 5x minus 13 whole square is equal to 169. That is x square plus 25x square plus 169 minus 2 5 is 10, 130 x is equal to 169. So we can write x square plus 25x square, that is 26x square, minus 130x is equal to 0. Or we may also consider by taking 13x common. So we can write 2x square minus 10x or 10 is equal to 0. Or we may also write 13x into 2 also taken common. So we can write x square minus x minus 5, which is equal to 0. So we can conclude that the values of x can be taken as 0 or x is equal to 5. So when x is equal to 0 means this line cuts at the x, this line cuts the y-axis. This point can be taken as 0 comma. When x is equal to 0, we can write y is equal to minus 13. So this is 0 comma minus 13. And when x is equal to 5, we can say y is equal to 25 minus 13, that is 12. So when x is equal to 5, we can say 5 comma 12. So based on the diagram, point is 5 comma 12 and 0 comma minus 13. We can consider the area under this curve. We can represent required area is equal to, we can write from minus 13 to 12. Upper curve will be the circle equation minus lower curve will be the straight line. So we can write x square plus y square is equal to 169, or x square is equal to 169 minus y square, or x is equal to under root of 169 minus y square. So this is the upper curve, under root of 169 minus y square, minus the lower curve can be taken as straight line, that is 5x minus y is equal to 13, or x is equal to 13 plus y divided by 5. So we can write y plus 13 divided by 5 dy. With respect to y axis we consider, so dy. So which is equal to integral under root of 169 is 13 square. So it is in the form of root of the root of a square minus x square integral, which is equal to x upon 2 root of a square minus x square plus a square upon 2 sin inverse of x upon a plus c. So we can write here x upon 2, that is y upon 2 root of 169 minus y square plus a square upon 2, that is 13 square 169 upon 2 into sin inverse of x upon a, that is y upon 13 plus constant. So here over the limits minus 13 to 12 and again minus, here integration 1 upon 5 if I take common, integration of y is y square by 2 plus 13 times integration, that is 13y over the limits minus 13 to 12. Now substituting the limits, so 12 upon 2 is 6 times of root of 169 minus 12 square 144 plus 169 upon 2 sin inverse of 12 upon 13, this is upper limit, minus lower limit, that is minus 13 by 2 under root of 169 minus 13 square is 169, so it is 0 plus 169 upon 2 sin inverse of minus 13 upon 13, that is minus 1. And again the next part we can write 1 upon 5 times of 12 square, that is 144 divided by 2 plus 13 times of 12, this upper part minus lower part is minus 13 square divided by 2 plus minus 13 square. So we can write 169 minus 144 is 25. We can say 25 square root is 5. So 6 5s are 30 plus 169 upon 2 sine inverse of 12 upon 13. So here minus sine inverse of negative 9, 169 upon 2. Sine inverse of minus 1 is minus pi by 2 I can write. And again minus 1 by 5 times 144 upon 2, which is, or we can take here 12 or 72 plus, and 13 12s are, we can write here 26 plus 13 156. So 156 plus 72, that is 228. So we can write 228 minus minus 113 whole square is 169 by 2 minus of minus plus 169. So we may simplify and write 30 plus 169 upon 2 sine inverse of 12 upon 13 plus 169 upon 2 into pi by 2, and here minus 1 upon 5 times. So we have 228 minus 169 upon 2 plus 169. So 169 minus 169 half we can write 169 half plus 228, that is 169 plus 456 upon 2. So 169 plus 456 is 500 and 110 610 625 we can write. So 625 upon 2. So here 5 how many times? 5 is 125 times. So 30 minus 125 upon 2 plus 169 upon 2 sine inverse of 12 upon 13 plus pi upon 2 into 169 upon 2. So 60 minus 125, that is minus 65 upon 2. So I may write here. So first pi by 2 into 169 by 2 minus 65 upon 2 plus alpha. We can write here 169 upon 2 sine inverse of 12 by 13. So when comparing with the question, so pi upon 2 alpha by beta and alpha by beta sine inverse. So 169 upon 2 here, 169 upon 2. So from this we can conclude that alpha is equal to 169 and beta is equal to 2. So our required is alpha plus beta is equal to 169 plus 2, which is 171. So 171 is the answer for this question. Let f of x is equal to 2 power x minus x square, where x is a real number, and if m and n are respectively the number of points at which the curves y is equal to f of x and y is equal to f dash of x intersect the x-axis, then find the value of m plus n. So let's differentiate this function. F dash of x is equal to 2 power x, differentiation is 2 power x into log 2 minus differentiation of x square is 2x. And it is given that this curve y is equal to f of x which intersects the x-axis, means we have to consider y is equal to 0. That is f of x is equal to 0. So in such case 2 power x minus x square is equal to 0. So we can say that 2 power x must be equal to x square, and at how many points it is intersecting, that is m. So let us sketch the graph. Graphically let us solve it. So let us take the 2 power x graph. 2 power x graph, when x is equal to 0 it is 1, and when x is equal to 1 it is 2, when x is equal to 2, 4. So you'll be getting the graph. And again when x is equal to minus 1, that is 1 upon to 0.5, the graph is coming down. So this is the graph for y is equal to 2 power x. And the graph for x power 2 is, we can see that y is equal to x square graph is a parabola. And in the graph y is 2 power x, y is equal to 2 power x, and 2 power x is equal to x square, we can also clearly mention that when x is equal to 2, when x is equal to 2, 2 power 2 is 4 on the left side and 2 power 2 is 4 in the right side. So at x is equal to 2, they will intersect. And also we can say when x is equal to 4, 2 power 4 on the left side is 16 and 4 power 2 is on the right side is also 16. So we can let us change the graph. At x is equal to 2, you can say that the point at x is equal to 2, they are intersecting, and at x is equal to 4 is also intersecting. And also clearly in the another point, for any point, say this is P, the graph is intersecting. So there are totally 3 points. You can mark these 3 points where these two graphs are intersecting. Means at these points you will get 2 power x minus x square is 0. And m representing the points. So we can say m is equal to 3 from this diagram. And coming to the next one, f dash of x also intersects the x-axis. So we can consider f dash of x is equal to 0. So 2 power x log 2 is equal to 2x. Let's see the graph here now. So the right side y is equal to 2x graph is a straight line. So here is a graph y is equal to 2x, and the next graph 2 power x log 2, 2 power x log 2 when x is equal to 0, so it is log 2 value, and when x is equal to 1, 1 by 2 log 2, and when x is equal to plus 1, so 2 times log 2. So we can draw the graph. So this is how the graph comes, and clearly we can say that there are 2 points, say x1 and x2. At these 2 points we can observe that this line and the graph 2 power x log 2 and 2x line are intersecting. So from here we can conclude that the value of n is equal to 2. So that the question, what is the value of m plus n, which is equal to 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 is the answer. If the solution curve y is equal to y of x of the differential equation 1 plus y square into 1 plus log x to the base e dx plus x into dy is equal to 0, where x is greater than 0, passes through the point 1 comma 1, then y at x is equal to a is e is alpha minus tan 3 by 2 upon beta plus tan 3 by 2, then the value of alpha plus 2 beta is. So here we can simplify, dividing with x into 1 plus y square on both the sides. So we can add 1 plus log x upon x dx plus Here x gets cancelled here. 1 upon 1 plus y square into dy is equal to 0. Now for integrating on both the sides, so we get here integral 1 plus log x upon x dx plus integral 1 upon 1 plus y square dy is equal to 0, or we can say integration of 0 dx, so that integral of 1 upon x dx plus integral of log x upon x dx plus integration of 1 upon 1 plus y square is tan inverse of y is equal to c. So we can write log x plus, and here if I substitute, put log x is equal to t, so we get 1 upon x dx is equal to dt. So integral 1 upon x dx is dt into t plus tan inverse y is equal to c. So we can write here log x plus t square upon 2 plus tan inverse of y is equal to c, or we can write log x plus t is nothing but log x, so log x whole square upon 2 plus tan inverse of y is equal to c. Now since it is passing through the point 1 comma 1, so we can substitute at x is equal to 1, y value is 1. So substituting log 1 plus log 1 whole square upon 2 plus tan inverse of 1 is equal to c. So log 1 value is 0, and here also 0, plus tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4 is equal to c. So we're getting c value is pi by 4. So we can write the equation as log x plus log x whole square upon 2 plus tan inverse of y is equal to pi by 4. Now substitute at x is equal to e. At x is equal to e, log e value is 1 and log e is 1 by 2, and again tan inverse of tan inverse of y is equal to pi by 4, or we can write it as tan inverse of y is equal to pi by 4 minus 3 by 2, or y is equal to tan of pi by 4 minus 3 by 2. So tan a minus tan b is 1 minus tan 3 by 2 divided by 1 plus tan pi by 4 is again 1 into tan 3 by 2. Now y at e. So we can say that when comparing here, alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to 1. So therefore alpha plus 2 beta is equal to 1 plus 2 times of 1, that is 3. So 3 is the answer. Equations of two diameters of a circle are 2x minus 3y is equal to 5 and 3x minus 4y is equal to 7, and the line joining the points intersect the circle at only one point, p alpha comma beta, then 17 times beta minus alpha is equal to. So here given a circle and two of its diameters are given, and we can say that the point of intersection of the two diameters will be the center. So the point of intersection of the two lines we need to find. So let us solve. 2x minus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0, and 3x minus 4y minus 7 is equal to 0 to get the center. So let me solve. Minus 3, minus 5, 2 and minus 3, minus 4, minus 7, 3 and minus 4. I'm using cross multiplication. So starting from the second letter, minus 3, minus 5 and again 2 and minus 3. Similarly, minus 4, minus 7, 3 and minus 4. So the first two columns are for x and the second two columns for the y coordinate, and the last two columns we can consider any constant like say 1. So x upon, so here you can say the determinant of this 7 3s are minus 3 into minus 7 is 21, minus 4 into minus 5 is 20. So 21 minus 20 is equal to y upon, now let's consider the second column and third column and taking again determinant, minus 5 into 3 minus 15, and again minus of minus plus 7 twos are 14, which is equal to, and the last two columns consider 1 upon 2 into minus 4 is minus 8 and 3 into minus 3 is minus 9, so plus 9 here. So x upon 1 is equal to y upon minus 1 is equal to 1 upon 1. So we can write x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1. Therefore the center of circle is 1 comma minus 1. And it is also given that the line joining the 2 points intersect the circle at one and only one point, which means that it is a tangent. So tangent equation, let us find the equation of a line. Equation of line joining minus 22 by 7 comma minus 4 and minus 1 by 7 comma 3, we can write by using the formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 by x minus x1. 2-point form of a line. So let us use it. Y2 minus y1, that is 3, minus of minus 4, that is 3 plus 4 divided by x2 minus x1, that is minus 1 by 7 plus 22 by 7 is equal to y minus y1 upon x minus x1, or we can add 7 divided by, or 7 into 7 divided by 22 minus 1 is 20, 21. So we can add here 7 3 times, and here it is y minus 3 into 7 upon 7x plus 1. The cross multiplication will be getting 7 times of 7x plus 1 is equal to 21 times of y minus 3, that is 49x, or we can write here 7 3 times, we can cancel and we can simplify. So we got 7x plus 1 is equal to 3y minus 9, or we can write 7x minus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0, which is the equation of a tangent to the circle. So we got a circle with a center 1 comma minus 1, let's mark C, and the tangent line passing through two different points, minus 22 by 7 comma minus 4, and another point minus 7 comma 3. The tangent equation we got it, 7x minus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0, and we need to find this intersection at point, that is P alpha comma beta. Say this is AB. Say this point is P alpha comma beta, where we can say that it's a foot of the perpendicular from the point C upon the line. So we know the concept. From a point x1 comma y1 and the foot of the perpendicular upon the line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, say h comma k, which is given by h minus x1 upon A is equal to k minus y1 upon b is equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c upon a square plus b square. So by using this concept, we can determine the foot, or we can also find the equation of the line CP, and the point of intersection of these two lines also can be determined. We can also determine point of intersection, equation CP line and AB line. We get the point alpha comma beta. Now let us use this concept. So comma h is nothing but here alpha beta. So alpha minus, and from the point that is 1 comma minus 1. So alpha minus 1 upon coefficient of x is a here 7, which is equal to beta minus of minus 1, that is plus 1, divided by coefficient of y is minus 3, is equal to minus of ax1, that is 1 into 7, and minus 1 into minus 3, that is plus 3, and again plus 10 upon a square plus b square, that is 7 square plus minus 3 whole square, that is 3 square. So alpha minus 1 upon 7 is equal to beta plus 1 upon negative 3 is equal to 7 plus 3, 10 plus 10, minus 20, divided by 49 plus 9, that is 58. So which implies alpha minus 1 upon 7 is equal to minus 20 upon 58, or we can write alpha minus 7 is equal to minus 20 into 7 divided by 58. So here we can write 2 10 times and 2 29 times. So alpha is equal to minus 70 upon 29 plus 1, that is minus 70 plus 29 will give minus 41 divided by 29. Similarly for beta value, so beta plus 1 upon minus 3 is equal to minus 20 by 58, that is minus 10 by 29. So beta plus 1 is equal to 30 divided by 29. So beta is equal to 30 by 29 minus 1, that is 1 divided by 29. So the value of beta is 1 divided by 29, value of alpha is minus 41 by 29. And our question is about 17 times of beta minus alpha. So we can write 17 times beta value is 1 by 29 minus alpha value is minus of minus plus 41 by 29. So 17 plus 14, 41 is 58. 58 divided by 29 is 2. So the answer for this question is 2. If the mean and variance of the data 65, 68, 58, 44, 48, 45, 60, alpha, beta and 60, where alpha is greater than beta, are 56, and the variance is given 66.2. Then find the value of sum alpha square plus beta square. And here the mean, which is 65 plus 68 plus 58 plus 44 plus 48 plus 45 plus 60 plus alpha plus beta plus 60 upon the number of observations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is equal to 56. So we can take the sum here. 60 plus 60, 120, 120, 50, 170, 170, 40, 210, 210 plus 40, 250, 250 plus 40, 290, 290 plus 60, 350, 350 plus 60 is 410. And again 5 plus 8, 13, 13 plus 8, 21, 21 plus 4, 25, 25 plus 8, 33, 33 plus 5 is 38, 38. So we have 448. 448 plus alpha plus beta divided by 10 is equal to 56. So we can write alpha plus beta is equal to 560 minus 448. That is alpha plus beta is equal to 112. And now the variance is given that is sum of the square of the deviations. So we have to write 65 minus 56. 65 minus 56 is, so we can write 9, 9 square plus 68 minus 56 is again, so we can write here 12 square, and 58 minus 56, that is 2 square, and 56 minus 44, which will be 12 square, and again 56 and 48 will be 8 square, and 56 and 45 will be, so 11 square, and 56 and 60 difference will be 4 square, and here alpha minus 56 whole square plus beta minus 56 whole square, and the difference between 56 and 60 is again 4 square upon the total number is equal to 66.2. So we can write 9 square is 81 plus 12 square 144, and 2 square is 4 plus 12 square 144, 8 square is 64, 11 square is 121, and 4 square is 16, plus again here alpha square, alpha minus 56 whole square plus beta minus 56 whole square plus 4 square is 16 is equal to 66.2 into 2 into 10 is 662. So here simplification, 80 plus 40, 14 is 220, 220 plus again 14, 360, 360 plus 60, 420, 420 plus 12, 530, 530 plus 10, 540, 540 plus 10, 550. So we can write here 550, and again 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 4, 17, 17 plus 1, 18, 18 plus 6, 24, 24 plus 6, 30. So we got 580. So 580 plus alpha minus 56 whole square plus beta minus 56 whole square is equal to 662. Sorry, it is 590, not 580. It's 590 plus alpha minus 56 whole square. We can write alpha square minus 112 times alpha plus 56 times 56 square, and again beta minus 56 whole square is beta square minus 112 times beta plus 56 square is equal to 662. Or we can simplify alpha square plus beta square minus 112 times of alpha plus beta, and 56 square plus 56 square, that is 2 times of 56 square, and 56 square value we can write 3136 plus 590 or is equal to 662 minus 590. Alpha square plus beta square minus 112 into, and we know that alpha plus beta value is 112, from the mean we got it. So 112 into 112 plus we can write 6272 is equal to, here 10 plus 62, that is 72, and again alpha square plus beta square, so we can write here 112 square minus 6272 plus 72, that is alpha square plus beta square is equal to 112 square value is 12544, and here we can write minus 6272 plus 72 will give minus 6200. So we can say alpha square plus beta square, if we subtract you will be getting 6344. So the value of alpha square plus beta square is 6344 is the answer.